In the new patch notes, there are changes on PTR for Ana. She has her Nano Boost now instantly heals the target for 300 HP, and although that makes her ult a bit better, it doesn't change any of the original issues for why Ana's not strong right now. The reason why Ana's not strong is because her cooldowns are like too long to be used like that often, and right now she's super diveable because she is the only support without any mobility, any movement abilities, so it makes her really susceptible to dive. So as soon as I see an Ana on the enemy team, I always recommend my team to just dive her because it's just so easy. As long as like at least 2 people are on her, her nade is not enough to save her. So like, and because of the fact that she can't like nano herself and like instantly heal herself or anything, it still makes it so that her initial problems as an Ana to be able to survive in the meta is very hard for her. Brigitte's shield bash has now been increased from 6 to 7 seconds. I still don't think that's long enough because I think that her shield bash is very still very abusable, and the fact that it's 7 seconds I don't think makes a lot of sense, because I think that because there's so many other skills that can be blocked or whatnot, like McCree's stun is like 8 seconds but it can be blocked, so it's a bit Brigitte is still very strong, I think, and I think that it should be 8 seconds or longer for her bash, since that you can't really cancel it, you know, you can't cancel her shield bash, it's still too strong. The other changes is that Moira has a passive energy regen rate increased from 2 per second to from 2 to 2.4, and that makes it so that her healing, which is on her resource, is a bit more reliable, other than you know, you just getting back the healing from damaging enemies. It makes it so that Moira's would be a little bit less damage oriented and a bit more willing to, like, you know, just dump out heals since you get it back faster. But I still don't think that it will make her strong. Like, Mercy's ult is just still so much better than Moira's. Mercy has more mobility because her GA is still on a 2-second cooldown, while Moira's is on like a, what was it, an 8-second. And Mercy's mobility ability is still so much stronger than Moira's and so much more flexible. Moira can only, you know, fade from like one place to another, and it's like, you know, you can't really get high ground off of it. You can only jump off from high ground with it. But with Mercy, you can literally go from high ground, you know, like from low ground to high ground within 2 seconds, and then you have it again by the time your GA is over. Maybe you have to wait a second or so, but yeah, it's just so much stronger still. Lucio, his aura has been increased from 10 meters to 12. And that's the radius, so it makes Lucio a little bit more forgiving to play in terms of if you're running back from your back line to your front line. But the radius isn't changed by that much, and it's not like his healing got increased or anything, so Mercy's still gonna be the most viable, like, main healer to play here. Sound barrier. Temporary shields granted increased from 500 to 750. That's good, but that's huge because it could actually save a lot of people from different ults. Like, maybe it won't be as much of a throw to use your sound barrier for d.va bombs now. Like, you might be able to protect someone from it. I mean, next patch, d.va bomb won't be able to be you know, right clicked by Mercy to damage boost. So but yeah, we'll see. But Lucio is still very hard to gain ult track with. That's just how he is as a healer. So yeah. I still believe that Lucio will still be relatively in the same place as he was before. It's not like the shield granted, the duration is of the shield that's granted when he ults and uses his sound barrier is increased or anything, so Lucio won't be that much more stronger. And as well for Mercy, the biggest thing is that her healing beam is reduced from 60 healing per second to 50. That will make it so that Winston mains will be a bit happier with this change, since Winston, before his damage, it was 60 damage per second. So let's say if a Winston dives your Zen in the backline and you're Mercy, you're trying to heal up the Zen, your Zen won't die immediately, right? But it'll take a little bit for the Winston, but your healing beam can't just directly counter the Winston just jumping in and holding down left click on someone. Also, her healing being reduced by 10 per second makes it so that you gain ult charge a bit slower, but to be honest, I can get back Mercy's Valk 30 to 40 seconds after I use it. Like it's at the very most, it's very, very reliable. You could still get so much healing done. Like the beam is so flexible and that it's so like such like consistent healing. With Ana, you would have to reload. With Moira, her heal is on a resource still, so Mercy is still very, very strong. They haven't touched anything else that makes her strong. What makes Mercy strong is that she has damage boost, which makes it so that you can help your team with their ult economy. You help ults like rotate faster on your side of your team because you can damage boost people and help them gain their ults faster. They haven't touched that. They haven't touched anything of Mercy's survivability. So her GA is still on a 2-second cooldown, which I think is massive because I think it should be on like a 3 to 4 seconds so that it's a bit less forgiving. Like you need to pay a bit more attention to where you're positioning with a Mercy, but right now you don't have to do that. As well as, I was talking about survivability with Mercy. So as for survivability, she also has a self regen that is still very strong and it kicks in after a second or 3 seconds of not taking damage. And that's the best like defensive out of all the supports. She has the best category for she's in the best category for defense in terms of like self-reliable heals, you know? Like with an Ana you would have to use your nade, which is on a huge cooldown, to be able to heal yourself. With Lucio's healing, unless you amp, you can't really save yourself from any sticky situations. But with Mercy, as long as you're positioned to not take damage by just hiding behind a wall or around a corner for like a couple seconds, you'll be back to full HP. Then, you know, Mercy, her Valk is still also very strong. Compared to Moira, I think Mercy's ult wins any day of the week. With Moira, when you use it, you can, like, you heal people and you damage people, right? But with Mercy, her ult is completely designed to just help the team. So with Moira, when you're healing people, like, you only get, like, during the ult, you don't get ult charge, right? But with Mercy, if you're damage boosting people during your Valk instead of healing, you can help your team get an immense amount of ult advantage during the fight. And because, you know, it's literally chain linked to everyone. They haven't changed anything like the beam length. When Mercy's use their Valk, it increases from 10 meters to 30 meters, which is huge. You can still, you know, like, I don't know, Mercy is just still so strong, and I don't think this is a big enough nerf to Mercy to make her not viable. Mercy's still gonna be very, very strong in the meta. The reason why I say that is because Moira is known for her burst heals, right? But her healing is on a resource, and I think that's enough of a reason to make it so that she shouldn't be really considered a main healer compared to Mercy, because Mercy can always heal up people. But Moira, if she's low on healing and the enemy team is playing around shields, which Moira can't heal through, by the way, you know, they fixed that because it was a bug before and it was not intended. Moira can't heal through shields anymore. That was the whole reason why she was so viable during triple or quad tank. But now that it's fixed, Mercy is still strong again. Like you barely see Moira as being picked in like pro play or high up in the ladder, and that's because Mercy still has so much more just plain like straight out survivability with her kit. Just, you know, the fact that she can't get as much healing, the fact that she can't get her ult as quickly because the healing has reduced from 60 per second to 50 isn't going to take away the fact that Valk is still very strong, that res is still a thing, which I haven't talked about yet, but res is still a thing, damage boost is a thing, you know, her GA is on a 2-second cooldown. Mercy is still so much more viable than all the other healers. Like, these changes, these buffs made to all the healers are steps in the right direction, but I don't think they fix any of the there are issues or reasons why the other healers just aren't strong, aren't considered that viable compared to Mercy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Ana's still very strong in the right hands. Like, if you're someone nutty like Ryu Jae-hong or I don't know, like Jonak or something, like, yeah, you can make Ana work. Or if you're Gale, like, you can make Ana work if you're high up in the ladder and you're very, very highly mechanically skilled in order to make all the cooldowns, like, in order to, like, rotate your cooldowns in a way that it makes it so that it doesn't matter if it's on a cooldown, like, do you know what I mean? If you're nutty enough with the Ana, you can make her work, but as of right now, I still think that Mercy is the most forgiving main healer to play, because your healing is an honor resource like with Moira, so you can just heal people up all the time. Also, the fact that your GA is on a 2-second cooldown makes it so that you have so much more survivability. Hello. That's some advanced Overwatch talk. Yeah, I mean, that's just what I do here. I am a coach after all. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. Brigitte stun should be on an 8-second cooldown. I think the fact that they made it so that Nano Boost will heal any target for 300 HP it's pretty, you know, it's something different, but it won't make Nano Boost good as an ult. Because if you compare it to Mercy's ult, you can give Nano Boost makes it so that you deal more damage, right? But with Mercy, but that's only to one target, and with Mercy, you can damage boost everyone on the team. Like, you think of it this way: with Mercy, if you pick Mercy over an Ana, you have a permanent like budget Nano Boost on any one person during the game, right? And when you Valk, you can basically give it to your entire team, like a mini Nano Boost. And I don't know, that's sort of why Mercy is still so much more stronger than Ana was. Even with the change, it won't change much for why Ana isn't viable. Like, if you're playing Mercy against dive, you'll be able to survive because your G is on a 2-second cooldown. You have self regen heals, everything is so good for you. But with an Ana, you have to use your nade. Which, you know, if the enemy is running dive and there's at least 2 to 3 people on you, you're most likely just gonna die. Even if you use your nade to save yourself and sleep at least one target, you know, that's not how dive works. Dive isn't just one person on you, it's most likely 2 to 3 people, because that's how dive works, yeah. Yeah, and the fact that Moira won't be able to heal people that are too far away, like Mercy's beam is 10 meters out of Valk. With Valk, it's 30 meters. She has just so much more range than Moira for heals that it's insane. Like, most people don't know how to bounce Moira's orb correctly in order to last for the maximum amount of time that it can. So I still don't think that Moira will be strong or viable. Like with this buff to her, where her healing regen rate is increased from 2 to 2.4 per second. It's not that much of a difference to make Moira like strong or good. But yeah, the only difference is that you might see more Lucio instead of Zen along with the Mercy, is what I think will happen for the upcoming patch.